The city of Maplewood had always been peaceful, but that peace shattered one summer night when a massive fire engulfed a residential building. Flames roared, smoke billowed, and panicked cries filled the air. Amidst the chaos, Shadow, a black Labrador, proved that heroes come in all forms, sometimes on four legs. Shadow was a stray dog who had been wandering the streets of Maplewood for months. He often lingered near Fire Station 12, drawn to the sirens and flashing lights. The firefighters fed him scraps and patted his head, but no one took him in, until Captain Mason, the station chief, decided to adopt him. "Every firefighter needs a Shadow," Mason joked, giving the dog his name. Shadow quickly became part of the team, following Mason everywhere, during drills, meetings, and even inside the fire trucks. But no one realized just how brave Shadow could be. One night, the alarm rang. A 3-story apartment building had caught fire. Captain Mason and his team rushed to the scene, with Shadow jumping into the truck. Mason tried to stop him, but Shadow refused to stay behind. When they arrived, the fire was already out of control. Families were screaming, and smoke poured from the windows. Mason ordered his team to begin rescue operations. Shadow barked anxiously as the firefighters battled the flames. Suddenly, a woman ran toward Mason. "My daughter! She's still inside, on the 2nd floor!" she cried. The fire made it impossible for the firefighters to reach the 2nd floor. The stairs had collapsed, and the smoke was too thick. Desperation filled the air. Shadow, however, didn't hesitate. Before Mason could stop him, he darted into the burning building through a narrow gap in the door. Inside, Shadow navigated through flames and smoke, guided only by his instincts. His ears perked up when he heard a faint cry. He followed the sound to a closet, where a little girl was hiding, coughing and crying. Shadow barked to comfort her, gently tugging her shirt to make her move. But the smoke was too thick, and the girl struggled to stand. Thinking fast, Shadow licked her face and nudged her until she grabbed onto his collar. Outside, Mason and the firefighters desperately searched for another way in, fearing the worst. But just then, they saw Shadow emerge from the building, dragging the girl toward the door. Cheers erupted, but the danger wasn't over yet. Flames burst near the entrance, blocking their escape. Shadow didn't flinch. He guided the girl through the fire, shielding her with his body. By the time they made it out, Shadow's fur was singed, and his paws were burned. But he refused to let go of the girl until the paramedics took over. Shadow collapsed from exhaustion and smoke inhalation. The firefighters rushed him to the vet, fearing they might lose their brave companion. But Shadow survived. The news of his bravery spread like wildfire. People called him the Firefighter dog, and he became a local hero. The little girl, Lily, visited Shadow every day while he recovered, and the two formed an unbreakable bond. Shadow returned to the fire station after his recovery, wearing a custom-made firefighter badge on his collar. He became the mascot and morale booster for Fire Station 12, participating in fire safety demonstrations and school visits. But Shadow didn't stop there. He continued working alongside the firefighters, saving lives and proving that courage knows no boundaries. Years later, when Shadow passed away peacefully, the city honored him with a statue in front of Fire Station 12. Captain Mason's voice broke as he spoke at the ceremony. Shadow wasn't just a dog. He was a firefighter, a friend, and a hero who reminded us all what it means to be brave. Shadow's story became a symbol of hope and selflessness, inspiring future generations to serve and protect, just like the brave dog who faced fire to save lives.